3, 2, 1.
Hi, welcome back to Show Me Trucks. In this video, I'm gonna give you guys some updates on my 51 Chevy Suburban I'm working on. I've been picking up a lot of parts lately, but I haven't been filming. Well, some of these parts are from Fall Carlisle, some of these parts are from Marketplace, a lot of these are from Marketplace. I had a guy buy the seat springs out of the Suburban, and so I traded him for this front radiator support. But something I do need, and I do need to get some measurements for, someone had cut the little extenders down here. I think that way they can bolt in and you can run a nut on the top. So I need to figure out how those look when they're in there. I've seen some pictures and stuff, but I kind of need to find out the height and know if it's centered over those holes or not. So that's cool, because the one I picked up from that GMC truck a while back was really rotted out in the bottom, you know, and it has a different top on it. So if I could use a Chevy, that's nice. And then leading up to the next thing that I'm super excited on, I was gonna make this, but I'm super happy I don't have to make this. This is that front, you know, your grill mounts to the front here, and then, you know, your fenders and this radiator, everything this holds everything together and looks clean. You know, I was kind of gonna probably throw this 5.3 liter LS engine in it, and so I knew I was gonna have radiator issues, but now I'm really leaning towards the 6-cylinder. So I would love to keep this all stock, be done with it. I kind of want this Suburban done quick because I'm doing it in my free time and I don't have a whole lot of it. So also, it's got a brand new latch set up on it, which is really cool because, you know, I didn't have that. If you didn't know, whenever I got my Suburban, I didn't have any of the front clips. So I've been slowly piecing it together. And then on the same page, at Carlisle, I picked up this lower splash guard. Pretty happy. I got to pick it up for, I think, 40 bucks from a guy on YouTube. I like watching his channel, you know, very knowledgeable, and it's cool that he brought that because a lot of guys don't have those. I think I saw one more through all of Carlisle, and I was there all week. So pretty happy I picked it up. Plus, I think the other guy wanted like 120 for his, which is nuts. But, you know, someone's gonna pay it. I'm sure he probably sold it. So happy, and that goes on the lower part of your grill. So now, you know, the front end is set up for the most part. Also, for $7, I got both these filler panels. Even if they're not perfect, I don't actually care because I think I'm gonna wrap door panels over them. That way it keeps the noise down. I'm not going 100% original on this truck, but I do like that, you know, I couldn't even buy that much metal for $7, so that's pretty cool. And then I picked up a bunch of other parts from this guy on Marketplace. So I got a chrome glove box door, which is cool. And then also at Carlisle, I got an ashtray door, and it actually has a little nice chrome handle on it, which is really cool because the one I had was over here and no chrome. And I just went and looked at the Suburban today, and I didn't realize that it has chrome, nice chrome on the top and bottom of this piece. So these are just kind of some extra pieces that came with a bunch of the parts I've been buying lately. So I have an extra set of headlight rings, but I have a nice set that I got a while back. You know, these are some chain wraps. Obviously, I'm working on a truck. I don't need those. Extra door hinges, but they don't look good. That's why I got them. Some extra hood springs, which is funny because I was looking for these. I was having trouble finding them, and then now I have 2 sets of hood springs. So also I got another little dash piece, and I got another set of push button door handles. At Carlisle, I bought a bunch of stuff if you saw the Carlisle video, but I had window cranks and handles, but I sold the window cranks at Carlisle, which is cool because that helped pay for them, the box. And then I got some strikers. So that's a big thing I'm looking for next is I need under your hood, I'll throw in some pictures, but I need the cross member that goes over and what this pin goes into. There's usually a little spring on here, and then there's also a, you know, emergency catch. So I really need that cross member. I talked to a guy that will cut it off and ship it to me from Kansas, even though he had the part there. I was trying to get away from shipping, so we'll see what I end up doing. Or I'll fabricate it, but I really don't want to do that. I'm real happy I got a nice ignition with a key, which is important. An extra door latch. I got some Willie's little fog lights that I'm gonna put on there. My name's Will, so I thought the Willie's would be cool, and I'll just paint the backside where the chrome's falling off. But happy about these choke and throttle cables. And I'm not sure what this piece is. Anyone knows? It's all hacked up, and I don't know if it's a support that goes under your feet in the driver's side or passenger or something. I don't know. Same with these patch. I'm sure they go to the firewall, but I don't really know where they go. An extra set of hood hinges. These are pretty nice. Hello. Thank you. No, it is for sale soon. Another nice thing that came with that box is these are like your running lights, turn signals on the Suburban. Well, I had these little chrome pieces a long time ago and one extra glass, but now I have the buckets, which are important because obviously this one is this one is falling apart. So at least I could throw the chrome on. And like I said, I'm not doing anything super nice, so even these are fine, and you can buy those. I could have bought some nice ones at Carlisle. I already had them. I didn't really care to spend more money. These are some heater vents. I'm not even sure if it goes to the Suburban. The heater came from a 55, 59, so they might not be the right ones, but also at Carlisle, I picked up some weather stripping, which is real important. I'd like to hear what you guys think about this visor. So my neighbor at Carlisle sold me this visor. What's your guys' opinions? You think I should run one on this Suburban? It's gonna be stock height. You know, I'm not going like real lowrider look, but it is gonna be stock height. I am gonna run those fog lights, which are kind of big, and I am gonna run at least one spotlight on it, like through your A-pillar. I wonder how it's gonna look. I did put it up on the body and see, you know, it seems okay. So let me know if you guys think I should run it or not. It's aluminum, which actually kind of scares. I just wonder how much they flop around or how sturdy they are whenever you're flying down the road. Sway bar didn't sell at Carlisle. That kind of surprised me a little bit. So that's a sway bar that was actually on my Suburban. So I think I'm gonna throw it back on because no one bought it. Only one guy really knew what it was from and cared. Emergency brake pedal, which is important now because the one that was on my truck was so rusted out, and all that's rusted out down there, so I'd have to remake everything. So at least I have it if I do want to run it, because I think I'm going to run a 6-cylinder no matter what. I think it's either going to be a 235 all the way up to a 292. I'm in that range. I'm open for the newer 6-cylinders or the old ones. I don't really want the Babbitt bearings, like carpet hold downs, or, you know, however you want to say that, right by your rocker panels. One's super rusted out, but one's okay, and both mine are rusted out, so at least I'll have a template if I need to make that. Another big important one that I got lately, like I said, I didn't have any of the front clips, so I only had one headlight bucket, so now I have 4 headlight buckets. I already tossed one that was all rusted out that came with it, so hopefully out of the 4 I can make a setup that works. I was gonna modify like some 67 lights to fit in there because I'm pretty sure they're all the same size. But again, I would love to not modify a bunch of stuff. I'd like to clean things up, paint it, put it on the truck. One bummer is I really thought I would get another wing window. I need a driver's wing window. I just want original glass. I don't want to go buy glass and have to rebuild one of these. I want these done. And the guy, a really cool guy I talked to later in the week, he had a pair, and I was putting it off because I was waiting to see how much I sold, see how much money I had, because I think he was selling the pair for like 65 or something, and I went back there and he already sold them, so it is what it is. So now I have one, but I do need a driver's, a cross member, and then some extra hood rods. That's some of the stuff that I've been picking up lately. All right, digging into the Suburban. Well, I did have the headlight button, did have the throttle, but I was missing the choke. So glad I have all those. obviously you can see I got some rust under the dash, but I just pulled out my speedometer and realized that I had a speedometer, and then the other spare that was with it was also a speedometer. So I'm gonna have to try to find the 4 gauge setup for over here. But I am glad that all the chrome on top and bottom of the grill piece is there. And I'll show you, I got a chrome glove box door, and I also have a ashtray with a nice little chrome piece on it. So that looked good, at least, if we want to look at pros and cons of this truck. You know, she's basically almost ready for the road. But one important thing that I got at Carlisle was I picked up this gauge because I bought a box of stuff and it had brand new 6-volt gauges still in the box. The guy bought them and then was switching to 12 volt and I don't know what, but he didn't want to use resistors or something. But if you run a 12 volt system, you can run resistors and still run this stuff. And then a new, this is the little bezel that goes on the outside. So I bought this because I knew I was going to put new gauges in the other one. Then I go to my truck. I knew it had the speedometer in it. I thought the other one that was in it was the 4 gauge setup. Well, of course it's not. I go pull it out today. I'm like, oh, the speedometer was in there, and then the extra gauge that was in there was also a speedometer, just with no needle. Pretty big bummer. I need to find this. I don't know if I'm going to go to Hershey or not. I have a bunch of stuff going on. I'm really going to try to sneak away. I don't know. It might not even be Thursday till I could get there, so that sucks. Hershey's running so early in the week. It's good for the vendors, I guess, but bad for people that try to work. I know that needle's all bent, but I might just throw this needle on here. That way I don't have to spend the $8 on a new needle. But now I need to find the 4 gauge setup. So a couple other things I didn't find that I was hoping was a horn button that goes in the steering wheel. I didn't find one of those. And then chrome bumpers, good luck. I don't know. People just don't sell them. So I actually stopped by a guy's house that has 2 of these parked in his yard art, and he has a nice chrome bumper on one of them. And left him my business card, so hopefully I can get that bumper off him and hopefully that 4 gauge setup. So now I need to decide what of this stuff I'm gonna sell. So hopefully I can sell or trade so that I can get that cluster and some other little odds and end parts. Suburban will be moving along soon. I think it's gonna be a quick build. Like I said, I think bodywork's not gonna be amazing. I might paint the fenders black, so I might spend some time on getting the fenders and running boards really nice and clean and then paint those black. The rest I think is gonna be a primer or bare metal, one of the two, and then over the years like a hippie mural on it. So I keep going that direction. You know, there's some vehicles at Carlisle and different shows where they have some painting on it. I always think it's fun, especially like if you saw my day 3 video. There's a 4854 Chevy truck that had like a real cheesy eagle holding the truck in the back. I thought it was hilarious. It's like some 80s 90s build. It was hilarious. I think that'd be fun if you just, I'm building it so my kids enjoy going to shows and everyone can ride in it together. So, they can paint on it over the years and enjoy it. So, thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think about the visor and which direction I should take the truck. If you think I should say screw it and throw the V8 LS engine in it, or if you think I should stick with a 6-cylinder and just slow. I'm fine with it. I'm not trying to go anywhere crazy, because if you do the V8, then all of a sudden you gotta do a lot of fancy stuff with your suspension, or it's gonna be like the 36 where you got a lot of power, but you definitely don't want to crash it, and it drives like a 88-year-old truck. So I think I'm leaning 6-cylinder, hands down. I don't think I should go the other way, because the fabrication will take so long that my kids will be moving out of the house by the time I'm done. Let me know what you guys think. All right, thanks for watching. Later.